What is up, you guys? It's your favorite tarot reader, and I am back with another read. Okay, any periods? Period. I am taking personal readings. You guys can cash out me at money sign CapriceCooks. You can also email me or Apple Pay me at CapriceCooks@icloud.com. All right. I work on energy. Energy is fluid, so this could be about you. This could be about the person that you're thinking about, or anybody's thinking about you. Also, time is an illusion, so this could be about the past, the present, or the future, but somehow it's affecting you right now. Okay. All right, it's 6:54 and it's 7:56 over there on my stove. Feel free to look up any angel numbers mentioned in this video. Okay, period. Some of y'all could be tongue-tied. I just heard somebody kid could have like a cleft palate, or could be tongue-tied, like they have a hard time speaking, or maybe they just don't speak well. It feels kind of like having problems maybe with a child, or maybe they're exhibiting behaviors that you don't notice with other people's kids, or maybe at daycare they're really, really quiet, or really, really reserved, and you're wondering about them. 432, 789. So 7, 8, or 9 could be numbers that you're seeing a lot. We have the Capricorn card, which is the card which is the sign that I wanted to do before this one, but I ended up doing Aquarius. I pulled a card out of these decks and it told me Aquarius, but I wanted to do Capricorn, so you could definitely be dealing with the Capricorn. So definitely, if you are Aquarius, watch the Capricorn video, and if you are a Capricorn, watch the Aquarius video. Okay, because you guys could be cross-watching for somebody, or it could be somebody else's energy. It could be reversed. All right, so we have the mirror. So also check out the Cancer video, because I talked about that as well. You could be dealing with the Pisces. So right away, we have the Moon card here. This is like hidden feelings, hidden emotions that have kind of been kept away, because maybe you didn't want to deal with them. You didn't want to look at yourself. You didn't want to look at yourself in a mirror. Your mother could have their moon in Scorpio or their moon in Cancer. But this is kind of like how you feel about yourself, or maybe how you feel about your mother. This could be you, like a mother and daughter relationship that's kind of like transforming and coming into something new. It's kind of like maybe you look at your mother like she's very authoritative. You know, maybe you look at her as like she's in a masculine energy. Maybe she's doing a lot on her own, or maybe you could be even looking at a man in her life like maybe he's the boss of her, or he's the boss of you guys. With this mirror card here, it's like you see a reflection. So if you are a mother, and you still have your mother here with you, I feel like you're looking at her and you're like, damn, like you are really strong, because I'm seeing kind of like how much it takes for me to be a mother. So I'm realizing your strength. I'm realizing how hard you have worked. Also, I'm hearing like swamps, alligators. It's kind of like swampy waters, like kind of like murky waters. Like maybe things aren't all good, but they aren't all bad. 333, thank you, Ascended Masters. Like it feels kind of like having a hard time interacting maybe with a parent, or an animal, or maybe this is you wanting a pet, or having feelings about a pet, missing a pet. Feeling like so many things are changing, like feeling like there's so much skin being shed out of your life. So many things are leaving and going away. And definitely check out the Cancer video, because I talked about that as well. Having that gratitude and that appreciation for the things that are leaving in your life. But it kind of feels like the shedding of old skin so that new things can blossom. It also kind of feels like being a little bit obsessive. Being obsessive with somebody's energy, kind of like feeding off of them and clinging onto them, and kind of like needing them a little bit. It feels like needing to transform your energy and become a little bit more independent, a little bit more disciplined. It also feels like maybe you have a very disciplined mother. Maybe she expects a lot of you, and now maybe you are doing that to your child, or maybe this is how your child sees you. Also with the craft here, I feel like this is somebody like really trying to turn work into healing. It's kind of like whatever you do for your work, I feel like it's very therapeutic, not only to you but to others. And your job may seem complex to other people may not get it, but it feels like it makes you very hot. It feels like when you're channeling or whenever you're doing your job, you get really, really hot. So maybe it's something that you're doing outside. Maybe you just are traveling and it's really, really hot, but it feels kind of like burning up with passion, like having so much fire energy, having so much passion. So you could be dealing with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but it feels kind of like having so much hot, fiery passion to where it's kind of like, damn, I'm realizing that I have to heal. If I have all this passion for this job or this career, this craft of mine, this relationship, this opportunity, that maybe to travel or to do something grand, you know, it's kind of like, I know that I have to heal first. I know that in order to get that thing that I'm seeking, I'm going to have to sacrifice something, and it's going to trigger healing. That's what it feels like. It feels like a trigger warning or something, kind of like alerts going off, alerts going off, alerts going off, alerts going off. It's kind of like a fire. It feels kind of like a hazard warning for some reason. I'm also hearing like vomiting, unexpected visitors. So maybe like a child kind of finding out like maybe that your mother is having another kid. And it's kind of like, dang, my life is already changing so much. There's already so much happening with me. Now here it is, there's another change that now I'm needing to heal from, because now I'm looking at myself in the mirror. And I'm needing to understand that now I have to be the boss. Like I have to step into this role, this energy of kind of accepting my fate. No, regardless of what that comes with, I have to accept it. I have to be the boss. I have to put on my big girl panties or my big boy panties. It feels kind of like I'm needing to step into the role of the boss-like energy, especially with work. This is having that discipline. If you are a business owner or wanting to be one, wanting to be an entrepreneur, wanting to invest in stocks or something like that, or just take a risk and quit a job or something. It feels like really, really needing to be disciplined in how much you work and how you work and if you work. You know, it feels very much like being disciplined in what you expect of yourself. I'm also hearing bow tie pasta. I don't know why. Somebody could be cooking some pasta or something. But this is breaking out of that shell. No longer walking on eggshells around people and for people. You know, this is kind of like using your magic stream of enlightenment to kind of help you navigate your emotions. I feel like everything that you're being enlightened by, 33 Thank You Ascended Masters, is meant for you to kind of like shed light on a piece of your life that has kind of been dimmed for so long. It's kind of like, okay, I don't want my light to be dimmed anymore. I want to shine. It's kind of like wanting to be the outcast, wanting to kind of like speak up and wanting to see yourself, and kind of like wanting other people to see you, wanting attention, wanting to dance for people, wanting people to see your crafts, wanting people to see your art, wanting people to see your talent, wanting to just put yourself out there. You know, making a choice to not be shy and reserved, making a choice to kind of be that boss and break out of that shell that you've been in. Deciding, look, even though I have this world going on in my head, I don't have to only live there, because I know where I'm going now. God has showed me where I'm going. God has rescued me. You know, this could be somebody depending on your energy to rescue them, right? This could be you transforming somebody, rescuing them, helping them. This could be a child. This could be your child helping you, rescuing you. If you're finding out that you were pregnant, this child rescued you from a hard time. This could be the past. If your child is already 6, 7, could be 6 for sure. But if you already have a child or 6 kids or whatever, it feels kind of like all that anger in that hot air balloon is rising up. It's kind of like, okay, that's that heat rising, that fire rising, that hotness is kind of like, okay, it's getting to that crown chakra. It's getting to the point where, okay, now I can face it. Now I can look at it. Now I can think about it. And then I can rescue myself from it. I can transform my narrative. I can see clearly now. It's like all that hotness is kind of looking at this magical stream like, I just want to be cooled off. You know, when water hits a fire and all that steam comes up, that's all that manifestation. That's all that hot air going off into the world. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening, because I feel like you steaming. I feel like you're hot. You're hot with passion. You're hot with energy. You're hot with everything. And it's like, damn, I need to be cooled off. I need to send my shit into the universe. I need to put my stuff out into the world. I have to. Because I no longer feel at home in myself anymore. So now I got to refine myself again. I got to recenter myself. I have to refine my home. I have to rescue myself. I have to rescue myself from my feelings. Because sometimes our feelings can swallow us. We can get engulfed in them. And sometimes that's necessary. And sometimes it's detrimental. But you have to look in the mirror and you have to decide that for yourself. So this is coming into that self-realization. This is deciding, I'm going to be the boss of my life. I'm going to choose to have a good day. I'm going to choose to not allow that person's energy to affect me, right? I'm the boss of my life. I'm in control. I know where home is, right? I'm going home to God. This is no longer allowing deception to get in your way, but to be wise to the deception, to be wise, to be knowledgeable, to turn your head around 360, to pay attention to all directions. With the clock here, this is kind of like time is ticking, kids getting older. I feel like somebody's kid is like 6 or 7. Somebody could be having another kid once their kid turns 6 or 7. So be looking out for that. 1111. Thank you, Spirit. Hey, Jamira. It also feels like sleeping fairies, kind of like sleeping on your dreams, sleeping on the dreams that you had as a child, you know? Allowing that spark to come back up, allowing that spark between two people to be found again. Through music, through harmony, through balance, through symphonies, like love making, like symphonies. It feels like, don't freeze me out, don't shut me out, because I feel all of it. This also feels like a stuffed animal or a stuffed toy. You know, this could be a child telling you, like, don't shut me out, don't shut me out. You know, I have a spark in my eye right now. Don't allow that to go away. Take your time with me. I am your craft. You handcrafted me. You made me. I am a reflection of you. Be kind to me. Tell me your feelings. Don't hide yourself from me. Remember I said that steam and that smoke? What are you sending up into the air? That rainbow, those colors, that vibration. Be mindful what you're sending up into the air. Because I feel like it's coming right back down. It's polluting the air. So if you are constantly putting negativity out into the air through your words, you're polluting the air. Even if you only do it in your house, you're polluting the air in your house. And then guess what? It's hot. You sitting in this all day and all this negativity. Go outside, open your windows, get some air in, some flowy air. Your house should not be stuffy. Right? Education. Balancing act. You got 2 7s. 34 and 7. 7 7. Divine intervention into the unknown. Deciding to go into this spiritual journey. After this transformation, after this death process, after you've collected all the dead bones, all the dead bodies, all the things that you've grieved, guess what? The grieving process is over. You found your spark. You found the thing that got you going again. You're no longer numb. You're tapping into those feelings again, because guess what? You're allowing yourself to think about them. You're allowing yourself to heal, because you are choosing to be the boss of your life. And you're realizing that sitting in these feelings is keeping you stuck. Sitting in how you already feel is keeping you stuck. And facing what you've been through, going into the unknown. Frozen. This could be your kids. Your kids dealing with a lot of trauma, being scared to let it go, not knowing how to let it go, especially if they're younger kids. Barely know how to talk, don't know what's going on, don't know how to express what's happening. They feel blinded, they don't know what's going on, especially if a lot of things are changing around them. Talk to them, speak to them about what's happening. about what you got going on. Let them know everything, because they're smart enough to understand it. And right now, they feel like they're going into the unknown. And it's kind of like, wait, give me a minute. You know? Guide me. I trust you, but I want to put my hands up myself. I just heard hands up, don't shoot. So this could be like having a little boy, who's growing up in a world where he's fearful, where he's collecting bones, where he has seen multiple dead bodies, or he's in the streets and he's kind of experiencing his friends dying, people he know passing away, collecting of negative energies. You know, people who don't mean you good, people who have walked in and out of your life, you know? Having that education, realizing, okay, I can learn from all the grief that I've had to go through. Whether it was me losing somebody physically or somebody just walking out of my life. Either way, it caused a spark in my healing. It's like the music that we make brings us in connection with each other. Making music together allows me to see through you, allows me to understand your feelings, allows me to know where you at. How we communicate with our craft. Maybe this is somebody that you work with, or somebody that you have strictly a business partner relationship. For some reason, I feel like it's kind of like, if there's a new male figure coming into the home, it's like, thank you for working on my mother. Thanks for making her your craft. Thank you for rescuing her, coming into our home, transforming the energy. Even though this is something that I'm going into the unknown, I've collected the bones of everybody else who has walked out. I've done that. I've taken note to the people in my mom's life. Even if she didn't know who wasn't for her, I knew. I watched her go into the unknown. I watched my mom have friends that I didn't like, you know? And I hated it. But this is transforming that energy, transforming that narrative. Making it your craft, making it your duty to heal yourself. To know what medicines you need, what remedies you need. Let's see. That fly is so loud. Do y'all hear it? Like, it sounds hella loud. Like, I don't know if I'm tripping or what, but like, it sounded like loud, like it was like distracting me because it was loud. It's like a buzzing or like a ringing in your ear, like an annoyance. And it's kind of like, I'm ready to get rid of what's been annoying me. Like, rid me of it. It's like something is constantly plaguing you and you don't know what it is, or you can't find it, or you can't pinpoint it. What's happening within the home for Aquarius? What's happening? This could even be somebody needing to be rescued from the home. Maybe somebody needing to be taken away from the home, from living with their father, a king of autumn. But you have a king and queen, so it feels to me like there's happiness in the home with this king and queen. Like y'all both got y'all stuff together and the children are happy. Ace of Summer, there could be a new child. I feel like maybe that is the problem. What's going on within the home for Aquarius? The Magician with unity. So there could be, the child could be manifesting unity within the home. If you have a single parent, a single father, you could be manifesting a woman for your father. I just saw somebody walk past. Like, but yeah, it kind of looks like having like a man in a knight in shining armor for like a single mother or something. There could be a child manifesting that, and it seems like Yeah, because if you look, it's like a man with 2 children, right? So maybe it's kind of like, okay, you have 2 kids and you have this man coming in, and maybe he seems like a magician, maybe he seems weird or crazy or different, and it's kind of like, But then if you look at this picture, he's old and he's wise, and they look very much engaged in the conversation. Even the birds and the flies are listening to this older man, you know? So it feels kind of like understanding that there is wiseness coming from this person, understanding that, you know, even though it seems new and different, so maybe you're a parent and you're newly firstly dating or something, or if you're in quarantine and your person has to move in with you to help pay the bills, or, you know, it just naturally happened like that. It feels like even though this is something unknown, you can trust this. You've collected all your bones. You've collected all the dead people who aren't going to be in your life anymore. I'm not saying all as in nobody's in your life is going to have, you know, problems or anything like that, or pass away, you know, because that's inevitable. But it kind of feels like getting a break, like deserving a break. With the 2 of Autumn, after so much juggling and decision making, like, am I okay with this? Am I not okay with this? Do I want to change? Do I want to go into the unknown? Why is the 2 of Pentacles here? With the 6 of Winter, moving away from juggling. No longer juggling, you know? Positive changes are on the way. A welcome relief from troubled times. Traveling or relocating. This is moving. Going into the unknown. Moving towards something else. Moving into a new home. Manifesting a new home. Manifesting a new room. Being like, look, I don't want to juggle all of these energies that are already here because I've lived here for so long. I'm fighting with energies that I no longer feel. I'm fighting with energies of me maybe being traumatized in this house, or having, getting whoopings, or having something bad happen if these are kids. Whatever it is, it feels like wanting a welcomed relief, like wanting something new, wanting, even though the newness is confusing to you, it feels like wanting to still go into it no matter what. Okay, Aquarius, I hope this video was good for you guys. Again, I am taking personal readings. You guys can cash at me at CapriceCooks. You can also email me or Apple Pay me at CapriceCooks@icloud.com. All right, y'all, I'm out of here.